Hello, Tip here. Just a quick note to say that our poll for the Says Who Awards 2025 is still open. It's a big fan questionnaire that we've created about all things Doctor Who over the last year, from the TV show to Big Finish to the books to the action figures, everything you can think of. And we'll be presenting the results in a special award show episode next week. If you would like to come and give us your thoughts, you have until the 10th of January, and the link is in the description. Please feel free to share it around with your mates, as it would be great to get as wide a pool of opinions as possible. The results so far have been pretty interesting. So yeah, thanks in advance, and I hope you enjoy this week's episode. All right, bye.
Hello and welcome to the Says Who podcast with Kat and Tip.
Hello! Happy New Year, young cat.
Happy New Year!
I know! Do
you know what I reckon? I bet you're going to have a really great year.
I bloody hope so.
I really hope that you got the reference.
Yeah, I got the reference.
End of time part 2. Okay.
I got the reference.
Okay.
I also saw your tweet doing the same joke. It's...
It's not a joke, it's a tradition. I think I've been doing it for the past 3 years.
Probably, yeah.
And I won't ever stop.
And I'll never ever stop. How's your...
I hope you have a very good year, because you are owed and deserved one.
Thank you, darling.
I agree.
The same to you.
Thank you.
Chin chin. To Old Lang Syne.
Chin chin. Yes. To what?
To Old Lang Syne.
Yeah.
No, tell me you know what Old Lang Syne is.
Yeah.
You know the song that everyone sings at New Year's?
Yeah.
The Robert Burns poet that should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind.
Yeah.
Should old Old Lang Syne for Old Lang Syne. Nobody actually knows the words.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah?
I've definitely heard that song before.
Jesus Christ. It's probably featured in a Doctor Who episode. So when you get to that in your little rewatch, your little marathon, you'll be like, oh my God, yeah, what a banger. I remember it from episode 3 of The Mutants or whatever.
No. Hold on, just call back to episode 38 of the podcast. Remember when I didn't know that song? Well, I've just watched.
If we sound a little bit strange this week, we are recording remotely, just for this week, and then it'll be back to the usual shtick. Where
basically Tip can't be asked to come to me today, so
yeah, you know what? It's been I can't. It's been
he's been like working or something.
Yeah, apparently I've been doing some work thing. Yeah.
For like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah. How was your constant working for 2 weeks straight over the Christmas period, Kat? Oh wait, no, you had a lovely little break, didn't you? Yeah.
The best time off ever. It was well deserved and extremely necessary. I just had days off that I still needed to use because I just don't take time off ever.
No, you don't.
So I had to take it off, or else I would lose out on my days off.
And nobody wants that.
But it worked out in my favour. No, it worked out in my favour. It was lovely, thank you.
Good.
It was a necessary break.
A necessary break, I think so. Well,
thank you. And Gibson, little bastard.
I might just keep this in, actually. Cat's cat is I don't know what he's doing. Well, this is great radio. Oh, she's back. Hello.
Of course he starts playing up as soon as I get balls.
As soon as you get balls.
No, my phone dropped. Of course he starts playing up as soon as I press play on the... Oh, balls! Stop it.
I was just saying, I'm really tempted to leave all of this in. Just for the authentic experience, you know.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was only joking about everything having changed, but we have hit some milestones since we last spoke. We've hit 2,000 subscribers on
Woo!
the old YouTubes, which is really cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
I guess people liked that very silly video where I tormented you with bad Doctor Who reviews.
Everyone loves to see my pain.
Yeah.
They requested it.
They did.
They wanted more.
I've had several requests saying, please do more of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
people love to laugh at how painful that was for me. And you know what? It's completely fair.
Valid. I really enjoyed it.
It's completely fair. Yeah, no, everyone really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it after the fact when I watched the video and realised it's worth it, so we will be doing more. But in the moment, it pained me. Everything was very authentic.
Yeah. Oh, there was genuine rage and upset.
Yeah.
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 Just yeah?
Just yeah.
Just yeah?
I'm very excited to cover Matt Smith.
I beg your pardon? You're going to do what to Matt Smith?
Oh my god. It's a new year.
New year, same old smut, baby.
New year, same smut. So, I hope everyone had a good year and you had a lovely holidays and New Year's and you're all doing well and feeling healthy going into 2026.
I actually hope none of that. I hope very much the opposite. And that everybody had an awful, awful time.
Okay, cool.
Just so you know that Kat's lovely little sentiment there does not necessarily represent 100% of the Says Who podcast.
Okay. Sure.
JK, I hope you all had a lovely time.
Good, don't say JK.
JK. Oh yeah, it makes me think of the. Ugh. Yeah. Try
again. Jokes.
Jokes. Just joshing with you. Just bloody.
Are you joshing me?
Bloody pulling your leg, mate.
Oh bloody! Get off my leg, mate.
Get off my bloody
leg, mate.
I'm bloody pulling your bloody leg, mate. Bloody got him, boys. So, yeah, hope you all had a lovely New Year's, and as you can see, we're back for
more banter,
more
Doctor Who,
more Who, more banter, and I tell you what else we're back for.
What?
More news.
News. We've got news.
I think that should be your jingle every time we have news.
News. We've got news.
Yeah, I think you should do that every time.
Okay.
I can't wait for us to forget that next week.
Yeah. 2026.
So, no, like massive big bits of news, but just some little tidbits. So, the first thing we've got, which I think is absolutely the most exciting thing to happen in the world of Doctor Who for ages.
Okay.
Battles in Time is coming back, baby.
Yeah, Battles in Times, baby.
Doctor Who,
Woo-hoo!
the Battles in Time trading card game.
And they're so cheap.
They're so cheap.
I was expecting it to be really expensive.
Yeah.
But I can buy the new Battles in Time cards cheaper than any of the other like deck bundles on like eBay and stuff.
Of like the old ones. Yeah, so they're releasing. They've got some new cards in there. I
think there's only like 8
a lot of them are just like, yeah, they're like remastered ones from the original sets. Which is, I don't know, I feel like that's maybe a little bit of an odd choice, but
I wish it was just like a new deck. I wish they brought out a new deck.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd just done, you know.
But am I going to still buy it? Yeah.
Probably yes. That's very much, there's so much nostalgia I've got for that.
What? Go on, tell us your story. It
would be going to my mum or like my nan or something when they'd go to the shops and be like, oh, when you go to the shops, can you get me some Doctor Who cards, please? and just having copious amounts of these little silver foil packets, just like ripped and then chucked away, and then going through, going, got that one, got that one, got that one. Oh my god, it's a shiny.
Yeah, me too.
And being like, oh my god, I can't believe I've got like diseased patient number 2.
I was literally going to say diseased.
Wanted this one.
I was about to say, I have like 20,000 diseased man, that card. And I'm like, it's really cool because it's raised and I can like run my fingers over it. But also this is my 5th one this week. So can we not keep putting in diseased man into every bloody pack that I get, please?
Yeah, I've still got all of my old cards. Like,
me too.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody, but I do have some on eBay, like duplicates. If anybody wants to complete their collection before the new one comes, and also give me some money, then you're very welcome to.
Wait, I need to send you my list of the ones that I need and see if you've got any.
Yeah, send it over.
Anyway, do you want to hear my story?
Go on. What's your Battles in Time story?
My Battles in Time story is every Sunday my grandma would give me a little bit of pocket money so that I could go down to the paper shop and buy some Doctor Who cards. And then sometimes I'd just come home and I've got some Doctor Who cards on the table and I'd be like, oh my god, it's time. And then I remember... It's time. It's time. And then I can't remember what it came in. I don't know if it was Doctor Who magazine or if it was something that you could get on the side. I can't remember. You're going to have to remind me. But I had the big poster tick off for the Exterminator deck.
They had a magazine linked to the cards. Yeah,
I got that, and then I put it on my living room door with blue tack, which my mum
living room door?
My living room door, not my bedroom door.
So not even like your bedroom?
No, my living room door. So now...
So everybody could see which cards you'd collected.
Yeah. And then, then I used to, with my favourite ones, which I do now on my collection shelf, is I had my big poster on the living room door and then I'd blue tack my favourite cards around it so that everyone can just enjoy it.
So any guest that your mum had to the house, they'd walk past and go, oh my god, I can't believe she's got the Scratch and Sniff Slovene.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'd be like, yeah.
Oh, pickled eggs, wow.
And I'm like, everyone, be careful opening the door or else.
Yeah. Everyone, I know I've stuck this in a really like inconvenient place for the whole family.
Yeah.
But there will be hell to pay
if you dare touch one. It did end up getting really annoying, and I can't remember why, but it did end up going onto my bedroom door at a later date. But originally it was on the living room door.
That's so funny. But yeah, I've got so much nostalgia for those cards, and being like even because like I'm not a sports guy, but like match attacks were quite big in my school. And
Doctor Who cards were quite big at my school, actually. In my
that's
primary
what
school.
I mean. Yeah. In primary school, I remember having a mate who wasn't even really into Doctor Who, but was mad into collecting these trading cards. I remember having a phone call with him like one Thursday evening where my mum had called his mum and they'd just given us the phone and we'd be going through going, oh, have you got Refugee 3? Oh, okay, yeah, because I actually need electromagnetic like, and organising like swaps and going through the collection and stuff, and then you'd come into school the next day and be like, oh, I've got you like a drug deal happening on the playground. Like,
well, because Doctor Who cards got banned at my school.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were like,
because they were
nobody's
getting
listening.
violent. Everyone's just getting the cards out. It was like poker. You'd gamble for your cards.
Kids were getting beaten up because they had they had Super Rose.
Yeah.
And it was getting nicked.
My friend had Super Rose and I just stare at it in his hands. I've never had Super Rose. I want Super Rose so bad.
I do have a Super Rose, but only because
Did you buy it from eBay? Yeah.
I bought one on eBay when I was trying to like just complete my collection.
Yeah.
So I've got a full Exterminator deck.
I have a full Exterminator deck bar Super Rose.
I got it like weirdly cheap because I think I got it with like another couple of like rare ones.
So you had like a bundle deal type thing.
Yeah, it was like I think it was like sort of like 5 ultra rares and plus the super rose for like 20 quid or something, which like the super rose itself goes for like 50 odd quid or whatever. I know that's a ridiculous amount of money to be spending on a little bit of card.
Oh, but if you're
with Billie Piper's face on it, but
that's what I'm asking everyone for my birthday this year. What do you want for your birthday, Super Rose? What's that? It's a Battles in Time trading card. Okay.
From the BBC television series Doctor Who.
I don't know if you know, but I do actually really like Doctor Who.
It's never come up before.
Walk into my flat and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, right. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing what the proper set is going to be that they do, because this is they've called it Special Retroduction, which I think is some kind of like retro and introduction. I think they've tried to do that maybe. Collector's set. So I'm assuming that they're going to do further stuff of like proper sets, which could be quite cool.
I'm going to get a little stand for mine.
Yeah.
And then when people come in to my flat, all those people that I invite round, and no one, and when people, aka like my dad, comes in, I can show him my You know what? The people who are mostly in my flat is you. So every time you walk in, you know how I'm like, oh, look at my collection shelf, I've done this. You're
going to be showing your new cards off.
Showing you, yeah. And you'll be like, yeah, I know, Kat, I've got them. And I'm like, no, just look at mine.
No. This one.
Yeah. Yeah, but have you seen this one? Yes, because I got it at home. Yeah, but just look at it for a quick sec.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's a fun little blast from the past. I don't think anybody really expected. They announced it a while ago, but yeah, we've had like the first images. So that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
So, another little bit of news. Joe Martin is writing a book, it would seem, for the Circuit Breaker, I don't know what you'd call it, event, kind of. They're doing like another multimedia, like cool. The Time Lord Victorious thing, and what was the other one called that didn't do very well? Doomsday. Yeah.
Because that worked out like brilliantly.
Yeah. Like this kind of interconnected thing across different platforms and formats and whatever. And it looks like Jo Martin herself is writing a book. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's a quote here.
Go on.
I'm thrilled to tell more stories about the fugitive Doctor and cannot wait for fans to unlock all the twists and turns across the Circuit Breaker story. This character has always meant so much to me, and it is a joy to be able to continue building her legacy and dive back into the Whoniverse.
Aww.
Which is
I
really
like
sweet.
That. That's really sweet.
I do get the impression that Jo Martin just really loves being Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Just like
who wouldn't? Yeah, 100%.
But like she's just like, yeah, man, love this. This is great.
Good for her.
She seems really,
She's
really
lovely,
lovely.
Isn't she? Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what comes of that. I'm not sure when that's dropping. It's just sort of across next year, I think. As in the event. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll dip into a little bit of that, and
of course we will, or at least I'll attempt to.
Another little bit of news from the expanded media realm. Mr. John Culshaw, known actor and impressionist, has recently played the 12th Doctor, originally played by Peter Capaldi, in a Big Finish. You know, they did those little anthology ones for Halloween and Christmas. He did one as Peter, and he's now been confirmed to be basically voicing him
that's cool.
proper in a 12th Doctor series that they're going to be doing next year.
Nice.
Which is quite cool. So yeah, it's going to be set in the gap between in the gap year basically that we had when Capaldi was Doctor Who, in between Husbands of River Song and Return of Doctor Mysterio.
Yeah.
I think there's a new companion.
Oh.
And a lot of them are written by Alfie Shaw, who I think is like the producer on it, who did the
11th Doctor.
Yeah, the Jacob Dubman 11 and Valerie stuff from a couple of years ago, which was really, really good. So I'm intrigued. I might have to dive into this and
absolutely
have a little peruse, see what Mr. Culshaw's Capaldi's like, because I've not heard either of those anthologies, but
no,
I was told that there may be a little bit of a mixed bag, but there's some really good bits in there. I know somebody recommended that Missy Christmas story when we were doing our tier list.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. We've got a 12th Doctor, and obviously we've got our new 11th Doctor.
We do.
Yeah, which is very, very cool, Mr. Miles Taylor.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have been sat across from
the 11th Doctor himself?
The Doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
On a couch.
Yeah.
Arguing about
various Doctor Who's things.
Yeah.
He wiped the floor with all of us in the quiz, though. Me and Ben had no idea on a lot of them. Or I knew the answers, but I didn't have like the proper like names or terms. Like I was like, oh, I know what episode that's from. That's the dude with the finger, but that's not a correct answer.
The dude with the finger.
Yeah, for the Nightmare Man.
Yeah, don't Google that.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, so John Culshaw is the 12th Doctor on the old Big Finish.
Good.
So we've now got actors for all of the Doctors, either like recast or impressionists or
themselves,
or the original actors, which is quite cool. Up until Jodie, and there was speculation from a friend of mine, Kieran, who is a big Finish nut.
Right.
Apparently, the Vlinks featured, or is set to feature, in a story for Big Finish. Well, that in itself is like, okay, cool. But that would imply that stuff from RTD2 is allowed to feature, which generally hasn't been the case. It can't, like, Big Finish haven't got the license to include characters and concepts, like, from the current era.
Right.
So, like, they could only do the stuff with Jodie and, like, Sacha Dhawan's Master and the Fugitive Doctor and all of that sort of stuff once the Chibnall era was over. Yeah. So Kieran was saying, do you think we could get some 14th Doctor Big Finish stuff, perhaps?
Oh.
Which is all obviously very much speculation.
Yeah.
But
that's interesting, though.
I've not looked into it myself, but I thought that was probably worth mentioning.
Yeah.
And thank you, Kieran, for being my Big Finish news source.
Yeah.
And then last little bit of news, there was some speculation around a new Doctor, or some rumours around who could potentially be a new Doctor taking the series forward.
Oh God, we started already.
We started already. I actually hadn't heard this until I saw this article, and was like, actually, yeah, they'd be really good.
Go on then.
So it's around Erin Doherty, who is. Have you seen Adolescence on Netflix, the limited series? You need to watch that because it's incredible.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, she plays the therapist. Yeah, she's great.
Oh.
I think she was in The Crown as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen her in things before.
Yeah, she's great. Really, really good actress. But yeah, there was some rumours about that maybe she could be the new Doctor. Okay. However, Erin Doherty himself has come out and said that she knew all about the Doctor Who theory surrounding her, but she's definitively said, no, that's not me.
Oh. Okay,
I've heard the Doctor Who rumour, and I'm into sci-fi and fantasy, but I can honestly say there have been no discussions.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I think she'd be a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's really good. So, I don't know if people have just gone, oh, British actor that's sort of up and coming.
Yeah. There's our new Doctor.
Really good. Doctor Who.
Fair enough. I was thinking that you were going to say more names on the list, and I thought all the usual favourites would be on there.
Yes, newcomer Chris Marshall
Yeah.
has been tipped to play the Doctor.
David Tennant is back.
I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if, like, the bookies were like, David Tennant's the favourite.
Yeah.
Like, they've brought him back once.
Richard Iwardi.
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Who else? Tom Holland. Tom Hiddleston. Benedict Cumberbatch. Rupert Grint. Who else gets... Danny Dyer always comes up for some
Danny
reason.
Dyer? Why in the bloody hell?
Yeah.
I could see, mbatha-raw, what was his comic relief?
Curse of Fatal Death.
Curse of Fatal Death. I could see him writing a comic relief special and Danny Dyer being the Doctor. I could fully see that.
Just for like 30 seconds, and a Dalek comes up and he's like, "What are you looking at, you slag?"
Yeah, literally.
And then looks
at
its looks at the bumps on its skirt. It's like, "I'll kick you right in the bollocks."
Yeah. And then regenerates.
If you'd like to hear more of our
comic relief special,
yeah, we're pitching it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could write a comic relief.
BBC.
Yeah. There's no Doctor Who until Christmas. Do you want to do this?
It's a special.
Yeah, no, if you want to hear more of our thoughts on who should and shouldn't be cast as the Doctor, you can check out episode 10 off the top of my head of the podcast.
Was it that early we did that?
It was that early because it was just after the reality war.
Yeah.
For who we think should be the next Doctor, our picks for a Doctor Who. That was a fun one.
That was really
I enjoyed
fun.
that episode.
Me too.
It was exhausting to say a name
so
and you'd
many
be like,
people.
don't know who that is. Yeah. Hugh Grant, who's that?
I do know who Hugh Grant is now, though.
And you pronounce his name right, unlike me.
Hugh Grant?
Yeah, because I'm more common. I'm northern and say Hugh Grant.
You're
apparently.
northern?
Well, apparently somebody left a comment. Yeah, somebody left a comment on the that YouTube video that we did. I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Saying that we sound like Nine and Rose.
Yeah, you're northern.
Interesting.
There you go.
So I'm from Salford now.
When I was growing up, I changed my voice and tried to model it on Billie Piper's. I don't know how much of that stuck throughout my adult years, but
that doesn't shock me. I think subconsciously my voice and mannerisms kind of...
I think it's funny when you just become 10 for no reason.
Just accidentally
you just
go into like a...
And I'm like,
well,
right, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Right, 10. Pop back in your box.
It's a disease.
It's called brain rot and it's Doctor
Who. Well, yeah, I think that's all the news that we've got.
I think so.
For this week.
Yeah.
In which case, we will jump into our main topic.
So
that was
strange.
Did it at the same time. What happened there?
So today's topic:
the war between the land and the sea. It has wrapped up.
It has. It finished last year.
It did finish last year.
On the 21st of December last year.
So basically what we thought we'd do, because obviously we covered it in chunks as it was coming out, but it was very much like our first thoughts and impressions of the episodes. Yeah, we thought we'd do a proper dedicated episode just as a kind of retrospective and looking back and going, how was that? Did it work? What did we think? So yeah, I guess if I had a question for you, or multiple questions, it'd be, how was that? Did it work? What do we think?
Thank you for all of these lovely questions.
You're so welcome.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I think I was so excited for new Doctor Who that the bubble of eagerness.
The bubble of eagerness.
Yeah, new Doctor Who film. It's a new episode title. The bubble of eagerness.
Tom Baker in the bubble of eagerness.
I think I was so eager for new Doctor Who And so excited and ready that put flavour onto the story itself.
Right.
So now I've come out the other end of it. I was like, okay, it was good. Like, it was good. It was fine. I think it is the not having enough runtime for the ideas that it had and the things that it set up. I mean, I was pretty happy with the way it wrapped up and concluded anyway. I think it was fine. It was the middle two episodes. Episode 1 and 2 and 5 were great and I was happy with them, but 3 and 4 lost its way. And coming out of the finale and reflecting on that, that's probably the thing that grates on me the most. There were some really good moments in there that I really liked, and some good like little character bits and like plot points in there, and like overall it was okay, but because it needed more time, seeing what they kept in over what they could have done for episodes 3 and 4, I'm a bit like, like, it's fine, but you could have probably, upon reflection, you could have used moments and like chunks of those episodes to talk more about this or show us a bit of this. But
I think because we said kind of all the way through really, this needed to be longer.
Yeah, it needed to be like 8 episodes or something.
Yeah, like with everything that they were trying to do in this version of it.
Yeah.
It just needed
more
a longer
time.
series run.
Yeah.
I think there is a version of this that can be a tight 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Neatly wrapped up, and come in, do 5 episodes, do that story, knock it out of the park, and just go bam.
Yeah.
And equally, I think there's room in the narrative for that romance subplot and the sort of conspiracy stuff with Severance and doing Kate's sort of character arc and exploring the wider ramifications on, you know, the public and the media's interpretation of Barclay and sort of villainizing him, and like there's so many little strands to it which I think are all pretty good, if not really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the issue is it's trying to spin all those plates up, both introduce them, do something with them, then satisfyingly pay them off, all within such a small amount of time that it just needed to be longer. I think you know, 8 episodes, like you say, is the sweet spot for everything they did here. But then I'd worry that if they had 8 episodes, they'd throw more stuff into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
but yeah, I think as a whole, I think it's solid.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm definitely not as enthused by it as I was back at the start.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we watched those first 2 episodes and I was like, okay. I was like, it's not the best thing I've ever seen. But I was like, this is good. This is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
And maybe part of the low expectations I had going into it, maybe that kind of
help lift your spirits on the first 2,
yeah, the fact that I kind of went in with low expectations and it was actually
good,
more than just serviceable.
I
was like, wow, okay. Then, as you say, the middle chunk kind of
dipped a little bit,
put a little bit of a dampener on it. Again, I think there's loads of stuff in there that is really good, that I really enjoyed. But yeah, I think just interesting decisions, not necessarily pacing wise, but like what you're choosing to put your focus on narratively, whilst knowing you've got such a short
time,
like episode run. Like episode 3 is a good sort of 60-70% of it is them just descending.
They could have condensed that episode and even put in some of what episode 4 was into that episode and given themselves more time to explore other things before they have to wrap up for the finale. Definitely.
And like, I do quite like I think you could absolutely do a really cool sort of bottle episode like within that and play on the paranoia and do some really interesting character stuff and build that tension. And obviously, you know, you're then it wouldn't be just a bottle episode because you'd be cutting back to the stuff with Kate and the Prime Minister in the, you know, in the conference rooms and stuff. Like, but I think you can absolutely do an episode like that and really just crank up the tension. But for that to be a fifth of this big grand story that you're telling, it does feel a little bit like that's probably
not where you should be focusing.
You're probably wasting a bit of your which is a shame because it shouldn't mean that you can't do.
You just have to be clever about it if you do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it maybe needed just a bit more refinement.
Yeah. Just need a little bit more
to make
rework.
It all sort of thread together. Yeah.
I think my main gripe with this series is just the fact that a lot of it, and I do think it, again, it's because of its runtime, is a lot of it we are told rather than we are shown. Because it doesn't have the time to take us onto planet Earth where we are, where the people are, and show the damage that's been done and the stakes here. We only get told what we should be thinking, feeling, when we should be seeing it to generate those emotions ourselves, which will then help the story as a whole, because we'll have stakes and we'll have a connection to it, and then we can reflect back within our own experiences.
It doesn't really even utilize like the media and the news as much as I thought it would.
Yeah.
Because in like Russell's first run on Doctor Who, that was a really sort of efficient shortcut of going, so here's a bit of world building.
Yeah.
Here's how this actually relates to like the real world.
Yeah.
And having your little Trinity Wells, you know, news anchor bits and having a character flick through the channels and it's all the different, you know, countries saying, oh shit. Even just little bursts of that, it gives you a bit more of an insight into outside of this.
We did get that in Unit, but it wasn't enough because it was so quick.
Yeah.
Because it was just the screen, wasn't it, full of different news bites, TikToks, or what was meant to be TikToks, or like social media news. And because they were talking over it and doing other things and it was cutting away, you couldn't really be too invested in what was going on.
Yeah.
So you knew what was happening, but I wanted to be in the streets. I wanted to see it for myself. Even just little bits so that you could just connect with that side.
Yeah, it's maybe not using the time it has to best tell the story.
I did like, considering when it was written, I felt like it's very relevant at the moment. Or at least it's topics that we are talking about.
I think that's just a result of the fact that it's kind of never not going to be a relevant topic. Like, do you know what I mean? That like it's an irreversible thing, really.
I just mean not even just the pollution plot, but I mean everything with the government and like billionaires and their companies and just sucking the life out of everything for money.
Again, I feel like unfortunately,
which has always been the case.
It's a sad truth.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing, it's done really well.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like the reception and just the numbers that it was pulling in. The first two I think were pretty well received. I think it was a bit more of a mixed bag for the the final three, the back half.
Yeah.
But generally, it's done pretty well. I was really surprised to be like, I just went onto iPlayer the other day, and it was in the suggested dramas.
Yeah, I saw that too.
With Line of Duty,
I was about to say Line of Duty.
These big sort of
BBC series,
prime flagship tentpole.
Yeah.
This has done really well, so we want to show it off.
Yeah.
And to the point where I was going down and going, oh, is that just my continue watching or recommended for you? And it was no, it was just binge worthy TV series or whatever. Which I think is really interesting that it's managed to.
Well, I think even if you're not a Doctor Who fan and you don't realise that it's linked to it, I was talking to my family at home because my grandpa had been watching it because he loves Game of Thrones and all of his fantasy and stuff. Okay, yeah. And he had been watching it, and I was like, you're watching Doctor Who, right? That's amazing. But it is
so
consumer.
Did he know that it was a Doctor Who spin-off?
No, my uncle did.
Okay.
Because he's obviously a Doctor Who fan, but my grandpa didn't realise. And because I said to Dad, you do know that's the Doctor Who spin-off, right? And he was like, was it? I was like, yeah.
That's interesting though.
Yeah, but he thoroughly enjoyed it. He loved it.
Yeah, because there's not loads to link the two, really, is there?
No.
I feel like it's.
But I do like
if you know, you know. But
yeah, if you know, you know. But I thought even just what I mean is even if you're not watching it from a Doctor Who perspective, it looks brilliant. I think it's for the most part well written, even if you're just kind of passively watching. If you don't dive in and see through the critiques and the cracks type thing. But on a whole, it's something that you can put on and be pretty satisfied by the end of it. I actually did really like the finale, and I really liked all the Severance stuff. I was taken by that, and I liked all of the Barclay being drugged and being worked on and having the injection and kind of killing off all the Sea Devils unknowingly, and I thought all of that was really good and sly.
Yeah,
and I did enjoy that. I appreciate that. I didn't know it was going to go down that route, and when it did, I was like, you know what, fair play.
Yeah, because I think there was going into that finale for me, I was sort of I
was hesitant.
How are they going to wrap this up?
Yeah,
in one episode.
Yeah. And I think Russell did well for the most part.
Yeah, I think almost intentionally having a kind of anticlimax.
Yeah.
Of we're building towards we're going to destroy each other, and then it's this kind of cowardly.
Yeah.
Oh, we're actually just going to throw a disease and kill you all with that.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I think that's the difficulty with stories with Silurians and Sea Devils and stuff. Generally, you can only tell one story, which is they wake up and go,
this is my planet.
This is our gaff. We're taking it back.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, it has to return to the status quo, which is they're not around.
Yeah, they're not here.
And the humans are still on Earth.
Yeah.
Which, does kind of limit them as concepts and characters and monsters and
and you have to get really creative with it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this was cool to see a little bit more. Yeah, to kind of dive into and do it a little bit more like a political thriller.
Mm-hmm. It was gritty, wasn't it?
And and explore some sort of nuances and things in there, and having the different, even though it was ostensibly, humans versus Sea Devils.
Yeah.
Within both factions, you've got you've got the government and Severance and stuff. You've got Unit, you've got Barclay kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah.
And and vice versa. You've got Salt, you've got Tide kind of leading that, it's not so black and white, and you've got all these different messy sort of things to kind of navigate. I think that was cool.
I think I still take issue with how the Sea Devils were characterized. I think there were that was muddled. I would have liked to have seen a bit more from Tide, more anger, more threat, more consequences, because he was that type of, or was introduced as that type of character. And I would have liked to have seen Salt became, when she had her romance with Barclay, she became more naive and she was played down, and I would have liked to have seen her still be a very strong character who is also falling in love. She becomes more like a childhood crush. She starts to become, she's extremely downplayed and becomes almost a completely different character. I would have liked to have seen her still remain the character that we're introduced to, but she now has this complication where she's conflicted within this romance.
Yeah.
That would have been more interesting.
The whole, like, fish out of water thing of, like, oh, you know, literal fish out of water, I guess. But, like, you know, the whole, like, oh, this is new and, like, that can be fun.
Yeah.
But also, like you say, it did feel very much like this is a completely different character.
Yeah. And I liked some of the stuff in there that was like,
I was going to say there's some nice little moments in there, but
but as a whole
it felt like a 180.
Yeah, a completely different character.
Because I think you can still have, you know, you can still have her be this stoic, you know, quite just strong female leader, and then have those little hints of,
because the thing that's a bit annoying for me as well is introducing her as such a strong female leader, as you said, or presenting leader, and then diminishing her character once she's fallen in love, to where now a male presenting Sea Devil is coming into play and saying, right, she's done this, now it's my turn to step in and do it properly, is what it gives the impression.
Yeah.
Which is also not intentional, but not a great read.
But also, I think if there's something there, if that were deliberate and they had something to say with that, you know, because they obviously had something to, like in that scene that we spoke about where Salt, you know, sort of transforms and changes,
and that meant
that was
something
very obviously,
and that was
it was very obviously sort of fueled by, you know, from a sort of gender politics kind of lens,
which is odd then to have that happen, and then she then becomes what she does. It's just
because I thought they were maybe gonna go down the route of, like, you know, maybe with this romance maybe play a little bit more into the whole, like, star-crossed, like Romeo and Juliet, like from two different families and they could never be together, and all of this, and then the two sides are, you know, maybe Tide comes up and he's like, why is she running around with this pink monkey? Like, she, you know, I was betrothed to her, or like she wouldn't, like something
betrothed to
where
her.
Yeah, like, I don't know, just to give it a bit more,
what purpose?
Yeah, and kind of highlight the thing of, you know, oh, she couldn't do it, she's just a woman, oh, I'll step in because I'm a bloke, and this kind of, like, almost like controlling and the inferiority.
Yeah, if that was the case, like, I think, do you know what it is? I think if that was intentional, and then for when Salt come back, I don't like the fact that I think Salt came back because Tide died. Because if Tide wasn't killed off by this disease, would he have come back? And I know they were setting it up as a big thing, like, oh, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Tide? Is it going to be Salt? But the other side of that is, okay, you're using it. Were you just using it as like a suspenseful? Who's it going to be? because then that diminishes
Yeah.
all of it, and nothing is intentional then. And if what if Salt died and Tide came back? It's not like no, she had all of the strength and power and intelligence to do this and run this. And do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It feels like she only came back because Tide was dead.
Yeah. I think it was missing it needed scenes between Salt and Tide.
Yeah.
I think that could have elevated it.
Yeah.
Because you'd maybe have a better idea of
what's going on,
those differences in their relationship, and then you can, that's when you can, kind of dial up those thematic.
Or even, why did it have to be Tide? Could it have been another female sea devil? Because then that would, again, at least it wouldn't have the implication of she couldn't handle it. Or she's now has different priorities.
Yeah, I think there's, again, I think in a longer series, this is the sort of stuff that you can...
Because I know that she saved Barclay because she saw that him as the one who would be mediating, because he was on their side and his own side. So I understood that. And then there's that kind of, like, I guess, betrayal and tie step. Like, I understand all that, but then to have her character go down the route it does, I don't know. It's just muddy and doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe part of the issue is that we spend so much time with the humans, and we don't really get to see much of
what's
things
going
from
down
the Sea Devil side, which I think can work. I quite like the whole, they're rocking up to the diplomatic meetings and they have no idea what's going on, and as an audience we're
in the dark as well,
sort of in the same boat. The kind of like mystery and that sort of unknowing quality that the Sea Devils can walk out and we have no idea what they're going to say or do or whatever. But then I think when you've got Salt as one of your sort of protagonists, it would be helpful to know where she's coming from.
I was going to say, do you know what would be interesting? Obviously, we get the full first 2 episodes of that. We don't know what's coming. But when we then go into their territory, it should have been a switch where we see it from their perspective, and they're just as scared as what us going down to them could be. And then they could explore all of like nuclear weapons, things that go on in the sea, things that they've seen when they've seen ships sinking, all of the horror stories that they've heard about the humans and just how scared they are of us. Seeing it from their perspective, and then that shines a light on how we're perceived by other people, other animals, and do you know what I mean? That would have been an interesting thing. And then it could cut back to the government as well. But
because I was going to say, because ultimately the kind of takeaway message is that they're the good guys.
Yeah. So
we're the villains.
Yeah. So,
and I know that's very much an oversimplification of it, but to sort of have that context of them being the victims, and literally seeing it, maybe that could have sort of given it a little bit of a kick.
I think it would have been interesting.
And then maybe that ending lands a bit better. And I quite like the ending, but I know a lot of people were like, oh, okay, that's it then. Maybe that would have given it a bit more of a bit more of a boost. People would have,
And I would have liked to have seen more on Earth from civilization's point of view, and I would have liked to have seen more under the water from the Sea Devil's perspective. That would have raised it, but again, I guess it's just time. And also, I know that
budget as well.
I was about to say, and I guess budget, because I know that a lot of the things that they wanted to do, they couldn't because of the budget. So,
yeah, I think it's overall. I don't really know exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't
But
bad.
it's kind of now just sort of washed over me. Well,
yeah.
hey, like, would I watch it again? Probably at some point.
I was going to say, I will watch it again.
Yeah, it's I don't know if I'm maybe just a bit...
But I think because it was kind of marketed as a Doctor Who spin-off, but also you can watch it without having any Doctor Who knowledge because it's its own kind of separate entity. I think that's why it feels like, oh yeah, I could go back and watch it. Just like, oh yeah, I could go back and binge watch Line of Duty again.
Yeah, I
guess. It
guess.
just feels like its own entity. It doesn't feel like it's kind of is Doctor Who. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of its own little thing.
I'm interested
with Doctor Who monsters.
I recommended it to my mum, so I might try and get her to watch it and see if we can get
Karen's
her thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that, Liam? What's that? Oh.
Why is she from Yorkshire?
That's what she sounds like to me.
My very brummy mother. Why is she suddenly from up north? Yeah, because I think that'd be an interesting, like, litmus
Outsiders
test, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, a not we.
No.
Yeah, all in all, I think.
All in all, it was good. Had the potential to be better.
I think that's what it is. I think it's missed potential. I think that's my main takeaway from it, which it probably shouldn't be, because my main takeaway from it should probably be all the things that I liked about it and all the things that worked and I think were good.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to not be like, oh, if they'd just done this.
Yeah.
Or maybe if that had happened, or they'd slightly tweaked it. Because, yeah, I think it's a solid little chunk.
Yeah.
But also I'm quite glad that, you know, that we got a different little piece of Who media.
I'm glad it exists.
On telly.
I'm glad it exists.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was good. And I did enjoy watching it. And I did enjoy every week tuning in and thinking about it throughout my week, wondering where it was going to go and what was going to happen.
Yeah, I did. Like, it'd get to a Sunday and I'd be like, oh, War Between's on tonight.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's interesting that we're both quite, like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Maybe we'll when we do a rewatch, maybe we'll come back to it and see if we have any other thoughts when we watch it for a second time.
I don't know if it's just because I'm absolutely shattered.
Maybe.
And like, yeah, but I don't know. I think I kind of felt a bit like this after watching the finale.
When
anyway.
I watched the finale, I felt a bit flat because it
didn't quite hit.
No, it did hit, and this is what's really like troubling for me, because I was so anxious about the finale and where it was going to go and how Russell was going to write it, knowing it was Russell writing it, just after what we've had for the past two Doctor actual main show finales, that when I got to it, I think all my anxiety, because it was actually good and there were bits I actually enjoyed, it evened out and I just went flat. Because I was so down there that when it wasn't down there and it was up here, it balanced, and then I was just like, okay. And that's what it's been now. It's just kind of like, okay. But it is good, and I'll happily watch it again.
Yeah, like I was weighing
it's strange.
Like after the first two episodes, I was like, oh, I'll get this on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And they're releasing it on Blu-ray and DVD and stuff. And now I'm like, maybe I will.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I will just for my Sea Devils and Silurian shelf.
Well, of course you will. Yeah, that figures.
But
yeah, I don't know. There's loads of really good stuff in there.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm a little bit like nonplussed about it.
Yeah, me too.
Well, there we go then. I guess that's our thoughts on the War Between the Land and the Sea.
Yeah, sorry. It sounds quite depressing, guys, but there you go.
It is a little bit depressing. What a lovely fresh start to the new year. Yeah, we got a couple of comments on what people thought. One here from Arda, who said, I enjoyed it. I was still as out of touch as ever, though. Pure RTD2. And then a little gif of smiles in pain.
Right.
And then we also had one from friend of the pod, Phil Hawkins.
Ah, Phil of the friend.
Phil of a friend. He's a Phil of a friend of the pod.
He's a Phil of the friend.
Phil said, overall, I liked it. Had a rushed ending and missed out on some things that maybe should have been in there.
Yeah.
So it didn't necessarily live up to its potential, but still good. And gave us some of the best character stuff for Kate we've had in her 13 years on Doctor Who.
Oh, absolutely. That goes without saying. And I wish we would have said that in our main chunk. Kate, I really enjoyed in this spin-off.
I think generally the character work in this was really, really good.
Yeah. It was just the Sea Devils that weren't.
Yeah, the Sea Devils, and there's a couple of odd bits, a couple of clunky
dialogue,
sort of bits of dialogue. But yeah, I think the main thing there, the missed potential. I think that's I think that's the main takeaway.
Yeah,
like it was good, could have been great.
Great, yeah.
That's the soundbite. That's my takeaway.
It got a C+, could have been a B or an A. But it passed, so well done.
It's a passing grade. It's
100%.
like you say, I'm glad it exists.
Yeah.
I had fun with it. I enjoyed it for the most part. Sound.
Great character work. Some great bits of story in there.
Would you like to see another series of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd want to see another series of it.
So another series of The War Between the Land and the Sea, as in
it couldn't go anywhere else other than following Salt Barkley, and I'm not invested in that. But I'd like to see like another spin-off series like this. War between the Sontarans and the Bretons.
Yeah, like.
But yeah.
Or even not like a war between, but something.
But just something like this.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of miss Torchwood.
Yeah.
I just want like a more adult kind of spin-off again.
Yeah, just something.
I like
a bit
the
more...
tone of this.
Yeah, I think that's probably its biggest success. Like, I think, like, don't get me wrong, there were some moments where I got tonal whiplash.
Yeah.
But I think generally it pitched it.
Yeah.
At a nice sort of level, and it feels like there wasn't loads in there where I'm like, oh, you couldn't do this on Doctor Who.
Yeah. I was watching it thinking, this is the energy that we needed for series 1 and 2.
Yeah, like a little bit of this
would have
a little
been
bit
great.
Of the weight and the
just it because Doctor Who's felt more. It did feel more kiddie, bright colours, and this felt more adult, mature. It has something to say. So I wish we could have had a healthy balance of that for the main show.
Yeah, just mix in a little bit of that.
Yeah, edgier, sort of... grittier. I don't know. Well, I'm curious to see where we go.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks of it as well. Now a little bit of time has passed.
Yeah.
So
comment your thoughts
let us know.
Below. Yeah.
Yes, please. Well, should we wrap up there then?
I think we should.
Lovely stuff.
Thank you for listening, everyone. And Happy New Year again.
Happy New Year again. Thank you very much for listening and joining. We'll be back next week with some very exciting stuff.
Yeah.
It is the Says Who Awards 2025.
Oh, yeah.
If you would like to be a part of that, you've got 3 days left to give us your thoughts. We've done a big old poll asking everything about Doctor Who over the last year, from the TV stuff, you know, your favourite episodes and writers, directors, cliffhangers, all that sort of stuff, to home media releases and expanded universes with Big Finish in the books, and also our little podcast. There's a couple of little questions on there if you'd like to share your thoughts. But the link will be in the description or the bio or wherever. It'll be somewhere. You'll find it. Probably like a little card on YouTube. It'll have come up now. But yeah, it'd be really great to see what everyone thinks and get a bit of a consensus. So if you'd like to be a part of that, please feel free to go and fill that out. Share it with
your friends, family,
all of your Who fan friends and family. Pop it in, you know, your Discord servers, or you tweet it out, or
your group chats,
whatever. Just get a consensus on what people think about various bits of Doctor Who from the last year.
Yes.
And the award show where we will be presenting the results will be next week's pod.
Yes. So tune in next week.
So get your tux out, Kat.
Yeah, I'm ready. My bow tie's out.
It won't be a video one, but just know that we'll be in very, very formal clothing.
It's out of my bow tie or my full sequin evening gown.
You wear the bow tie, I'll wear the gown. How's
Perfect.
that?
Yeah, that's a good happy medium.
Yeah, so come join us next week for that. But in the meantime, Kat, where can they find you?
They can find me at simplykatie_XO on Twitter and Instagram. Where can they find you, Tip?
Thank you very much for asking. They can find me also on the Twitter at Sudden Biscuit and on the Sudden Biscuit YouTube channel, which you may very well be listening to this here podcast on right now. I feel like that is not lined up at all because of the lag. But you know what? We'll find out.
It's fine. We'll find
out in the edit. Yeah. If you would be so kind as to drop us a like, a share, a follow, if you want to leave us a review on your podcast platform of choice, please feel free to do so. If you would like to join us for extra little bits of pod goodness.
Yes. Some very, very fun things coming up this year.
Very, very fun things. We have a Patreon, which we launched a few weeks ago. We've got some exclusive audio commentaries that are going to be coming there. We've got one on Canine and Company, and we've also got little extra bonus episodes of the podcast for little tidbits that we don't cover on the main show, as well as lots more interesting stuff that's come in, including a new exclusive podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, if you want to join us over there, please do. It's, I think it's like £2 a month. Yeah, join us for all that goodness.
All that jazz.
All that jazz. But yeah, have a good week. We'll hopefully see you for the awards next Wednesday.
Yes.
And Happy New Year again.
Merry
Christmas. Happy birthday. Have a good Easter. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.